Hello gamers, how's it going, how's it going, how's it going, how's it going? Hi. I am feeling a little wobbly. Um, Chronic illness moments. But I'm gonna try to get through the stream, but yeah. If I'm a bit spacey, I'm alright. I'm just, yeah. But it's a chill stream, I don't have to worry. Playing an online version of Beef's TCG while watching, so multitasking, that's cool. I will have to play that at some point. But yeah, I am not having any music going because talking. This is a lot of talking. I am out of breath. What the heck? But yeah, I've got a PowerPoint that I made at about 2 a.m. So I read it before starting the stream to make sure that it's alright. It has 23 slides. So yeah, we got a PowerPoint, which I'm going to show you. Ooh. Right now. Also, we still have this little guy on the side of this side of the screen who does not have a name yet. He needs a name. Give him a name. We need names for him. He was a birthday present. I am collecting all of the name suggestions and I will decide on one later on. So, yeah. We will see. Your suggestions will be taken into consideration. How about that? So yeah. Welcome to the Big Bad Mikey Law presentation. Yeah, I just felt like I needed to give a good summary of all of my lore from Art of Survival, because, like, I've written Pangolin Beloved Font. It's such a good font. It took me so long to realize why it's called Pangolin. It's because it's like, wait, hang on, I can get a mouse on the screen. No, I can't because I'm not tabbed in enough. Oh, yes, I have a mouse. Woo! Okay. It's called Pangolin because it's got all the little bumps like on the pangolin shell. I didn't realize that. It's a good font. It's a font I use a lot. Yeah. So, I decided I needed to get all of the Mikey lore to sum up because I'm bad at leaving hints in my videos because we talk about our lore so much in the Art of Survival Discord server, like the one of just the people who are in it, that I forget what things are public and what things I've just told my friends. And like some of this was written, I wrote a fic on AO3, official Crikey Mikey 123 AO3 account. So that fic exists somewhere. That kind of is a more what's the word? It's a storytelling of this lore, whereas this is just gonna be a here's my character, this is everything you need to know type thing. So, without further ado, let's get on to the PowerPoint. So, first of all, we have this Tumblr post. I used to be human, then I was godlike and perfect for a while, and then I got tired and now I'm a beast. You know how it is. This is just like a summary of the entire story. Like, I don't even need to read the rest of the slides. This is it. This is all of it. Like, you know how it is. You know how it is. I'm just looking. I'm pretty sure the person who posted this is a My Chemical Romance blog. I'm looking at the profile picture. I think that might be Gerard Way. That's like D, but also without the human part. Handshake. So true. Okay, trivia section. So, canonical full name, Michael Dumb. So anyone who saw the final showdown from someone else's point of view, like Gex, and saw Val as Zenith say, my name is Zenith Dumb, that is because they got married and Mikey's last name is canonically dumb. So, yeah. There's an explanation of that last name appears later on. So, canonical last name, dumb. Evolution of pronouns, because this character is basically just a self-insert. So the pronouns have evolved as my pronouns evolved. Currently uses it/he. But I refer to it with the previous pronouns used at the certain times in the life that I'm talking about at those times. For funsies, I guess. Married to the dumb name. Yes, married to the dumb name. It has built 5 castles. Castles Mikey is me, IRL. Mikey, the character, has only built 5 castles. It has had 5 spouses and 3 probably queer platonic but not at marriage level relationships. 5 of them. And 3 of them. It's 5'4". Elytra most often presents as moth wings, having previously mimicked the antler moth, the rosy maple moth, and the sheep moth. That is purely because I like moths. I just really like moths. I think moth wings are cool. Who are the 3, I can't read. This is going to be a short stream. So, first of all, the spouses we all know. That's Sunflower Alliance Group and Zenith. Queer platonic relationships, it's, so me, Harvey, and Amber on Squid Realm always talked about being in the polycule. Sunflower Alliance, sobs, yeah. But me, Harvey, and Amber always talked about being in the polycule. So that's 2. And then Dionysus, I think what Mikey and Dee have going on is something close. Because we joked about marriage and then had this silly little bit, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna count that as there's something going on there. The sexualities don't line up, but there's something. Sunflower Alliance versus Ivermectin Frat. Fight. I don't think they would. I think they would hold hands. And then my favorite fact of the Mikey verse. Somewhere across servers, Mikey has a doppelganger called Teddy. Neither of them are aware that the other exists. And this lore is relevant to the stuff I did with Pigeon in this season of AOS. Because Pigeon is on the server that I play Teddy on. So AOS Mikey is like, okay, this guy is mistaking me for someone else, so there must be someone else who looks like me out there, but they don't really know each other at all really properly, and it's more of an assumption. So, yeah, the thing going on with Pigeon's character was like, Pigeon's character was a assortment of different souls, and one of those souls was the character he plays on the server that Teddy is from. And the server that Teddy is on, this character of Teddy was the first time I had the sheep in the dungarees skin. So that character was actually meant to be Teddy before I decided to use that as my base skin for everything. Which is fun little trivia. Yeah, so there is a doppelganger out there. Me and Pigeon were talking about it, and we were like, are they like twins? Are they alternate universe versions of the same guy? And I was like, wouldn't it be funny though? Wouldn't it be funny if they just happened to look the same? There's nothing supernatural about it. There's nothing magical. There's nothing like they're not related or anything. They're just 2 guys who happen to look the same. And I think that's really funny. So that's what we did. Now, it is time to get on with our story. So let me take you back in time to 2020, I want to say. I can check, because I'm still in the Discord server. Hang on a mo. 2021! More recent than I thought. So, Welcome to Windwick. I'm just gonna read from the slides because I've never done a presentation before particularly. I know you're not meant to just read from the slides, but this isn't school. This isn't college. Nobody can tell me what to do. Windwick was the first server Mikey joined. Not much of note happened during Season 1, except for a rebellion against a tyrannical god, but Mikey didn't see much of that. But Season 2 was the start of a long love of castles. The emergence of Castles Mikey. Mikey built a little village in the mountain with a castle overlooking it. The castle actually never got finished, I will say. The castle did not get finished, ever. And I'm so mad about it. I'm so upset. And we never got the world download for that server. And I'm just generally just upset. I'm not gonna say... I miss Windwick so much. Coping and seething. Anyways... He lived next door to Dr. Cyrus Dumb, a scientist who occupied the neighboring swamp. The two built a secret laboratory together, studying the new developments taking place in the Nether. After an accident caused Mikey to become fused with a ghast, Cy adopted him. So, Dr. Cyrus Dumb, adoptive father, which is why Mikey's last name is Dumb. There you go, there's the lore. Also, childhood friend Ozzy also lived on Windwick. Ozzy is actually IRL my childhood friend. We met when we were 4 years old, and I literally... The reason I couldn't stream yesterday was because me and her were in London, and her car broke down, and we didn't get home until 3 a.m. Fun fact. What was his last name before being adopted? I don't know, he didn't have one. Also, hey Ozzy, I've met that person. Yeah, Lops and I have met up in person, and that was another time me and Ozzy were hanging out. So yeah, congrats on meeting my friend. Yeah, he didn't really have a last name before getting adopted. You know, last names are not something I think about. Next is Screeb. Yeah, you should meet Screeb. Okay. Void interlude. This is the first of a couple of void interludes. The Windwick server crumbled with no warning. Lost in the void, Mikey needed somewhere for his friends to go, for them to be safe. So he reached out to the universe, pulling on the fabric, asking a question. And the universe answered. The universe gave him the gift of godhood, fueled by love. Thumbs up emoji. The universe character you guys should be familiar with, because that's the guy who comes back at the end of AOS Season 2. And in the most recent video, Home. But, yeah. If I had a nickel for every AOS character with Void lore, I'd be rich. It's a fun thing to lore on! The Void is fun! And then we have Squid Realm, our beloved. Wait until I join AOS. So true. Despite being the god of the world, Mikey intended to continue on as a regular player. So he built a starter house in survival mode and planned to stay that way. But one command became two, became giving people unobtainable gifts, became spending more and more time in creative mode. Z invited more people to the server, but started pulling away, spending most of their time in the jungle, building a grand castle. The godhood Z gained through love was now causing them to pull away from the people Z loved. Squid Realm, thumbs up. Yeah. When I started Squid Realm, I was like, I want to be in survival. And then I was like, but creative mode fun. Creative mode fun. And then I went and built a castle really far away. If you had a nickel for every AOS character with big black box lore, how many nickels would you have? OMG, Squid Realm. Yeah, Squid Realm. Squid Realm Season 2! Part 1. Squid Realm Season 2 gets split into 2 parts. Why is it gone? What are you doing, sir? Stop moving. My display is being kind of glitchy, having my PowerPoint in full screen mode. Yeah. Yeah. Upset by the distance that had grown between them and their friends, when the time came, that's a typo, to reset the world, Mikey decided to lock their godhood away. They got to spend more time with their friends, only using their power in emergencies, and it was good. It was fun. But the universe wasn't happy. Listen, I have trouble with spelling because of the way I talk. I tend to write words phonetically, but then I say them wrong. So came and game sound the same in my head. So when I read that completely as just, yeah, when I was typing it, it's the same word. I've been known to type like completely different words to the one I'm thinking because my brain just like goes, yeah, these are the same thing. Spelling, thumbs down. You still do better with views than I do. Elliot, that is you've just given an example right there. Okay. Then we get Art of Survival Season 2. Sending Mikey to the Art of Survival was the universe's chosen punishment. It assumed that watching mortals tear each other apart would convince them that being a god is better. However, this had the opposite effect, as Mikey found friends and love within the Death Games, and it made them love humanity and loathe the universe even more. During this time, the universe also kidnapped Screeb from the Squid Realm and stole their voice so it could talk to Mikey in a voice that was familiar. Fun fact, that lore was made up about midway through Art of Survival because, we had jokes about Harvey being my evil twin from a bit of time before the season started when we were getting to know each other. Harvey had been around my house the first time I logged on, and we were doing a silly, goofy bit where he was controlling the keyboard and I was controlling the mouse, and we would both talk. But obviously we'd not spoken to any of the other Art of Survival guys before, so none of them, they knew they'd invited Mikey, or Soup, as is my Discord name, but they didn't know which voice was me. So we were just doing a bit where it was me and my evil twin, and then we continued that. Harvey was around again for like the second episode or something, and then I was like, hey, do you want to like record bits for me? Do you want to be like the evil voice talking to me? And yeah, so we kind of made it lore, but that's why it's a bit loose at the beginning where there's kind of jokes about it being my evil twin. It's a whole thing. It was mostly just poor planning and just because it was a bit that we were like, hey, this could be cool actually, which is how all good lore should start. Going to be visiting a friend next week and I'm going to steal the evil twin bit on Cat S&B when I log on at his place. Good. That's funny. It's a good bit. Void Interlude Part 2. After dying in Art of Survival, Mikey ended up in the Void, where he was faced with the universe itself, using their own skin and Screeb's voice to communicate with them in person. The universe explained its motivations, but Mikey disagreed with its reasonings. The universe then killed them, sending them back home. Yeah, again, it using Harvey's voice was just Harvey was the one playing the character. Squid Realm Season 2, Part 2. Upon returning to Squid Realm, Mikey found out that Screeb had been taken to the Void. We also found out that Elias had ended up on the realm too, although they had lost their memory. Together, the three of them recovered and mostly went back to how things were before. That is, until they received the signs. The games will begin again. Yo, you mentioned, yeah. Art of Survival Season 3. Still feeling so many emotions about the AOS related stuff on Squid Realm Season 2 Part 2. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. It was cool. It was kind of, yeah, we didn't have much time to actually have it visible, although, because I didn't stream on Squid Realm very much, because at that point in the season there wasn't much left to do. But it's there, it exists, it's on the world download, so yeah. Anyways, Art of Survival Season 3. The universe decided that Mikey hadn't learnt its lesson, so it sent it back to the Death Games. All in all, the games weren't too bad this time. Enjoyable even. And Mikey promised to save more people this time. Then we have Home. Then it got married again. Yeah, that too. Home. The video that just came out yesterday. The universe is smug. Mikey has learnt its lesson, although not in the way it originally intended. A god of love will never abandon its love in favor of its godhood, but it will embrace its divinity to help those that it loves. It is time for balance. Also, I am going to give you guys music again for a moment. Haha, hee hee, chronic illness moment. I will be back in a moment. Where's my BRB screen? There's my BRB screen. Have this song. I will be back in a moment. I return. Hey. Sometimes I die. The rodent rat. That's Corky, innit? That's Corky. Sometimes you simply die. Sometimes the illness is chronic, and yeah. Indeed, my alt. Fair enough. My alt. Hang on. I can do a funny bit. Because I too have an alt Twitch account. Hello, can I? Thank you. The illness is chronic, the guy is iconic. I have an alt as well. Okay. I think I might not be able to continue the stream. I'm really upset. I started flaring up like literally 5 minutes before I was meant to start, and I was like, man, I'm probably gonna be fine. And now I'm not. So, yeah. It's only been half an hour, but we'll continue it. Yeah, we will continue another time. We've only really got pictures to look at, but it's like, hang on, I have a different screen for this. There we go. We've only really got pictures to look at next, but then there's also, I was gonna let people ask like questions and things. So, yeah. Don't continue tomorrow. Torchwood watch parties tomorrow. All right, I'll do it another day then. That's fine. Yeah. I'll let you guys discuss that. You can probably continue in the. Oh, I closed the music tab. Hang on. Yeah. I'll give you the Breaking Bad song to go out to. There we go. Yeah. I'll see you guys another time. I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, thanks for coming out. See ya. Bye-bye.